One important issue is about the spatial organisation of the postmodern city and how we are led to submit to its controls as well as to its charms.
Fragmented, it's a space that decenters you, makes you feel lost, and in this feeling of being lost, dislocated, you feel that your only recourse is to submit to authority. You're helpless, you're made helpless, you're peripheralized, you're lost in these spaces. And the way you accommodate yourself to them and the way you survive in them is essentially to submit to forms of overseeing, social control, authority, often invisible, by the way, because part of being lost is that even when you're willing to submit to authority, you can't find it.
We may question whether social stratification exists. Let's say it does in a capitalist city. Do the three modes of architecture relate to the three great strata of our societies? The managers, lawyers and other top immaterial workers, ordinary working class, and finally the excluded. Whereby everything comes together, subjectivity and objectivity, the abstract and the concrete, the real and the imagined, the knowledgeable and the unimaginable, the repetitive and the differential, structure and agency, mind and body, consciousness and the unconscious, the disciplined and the transdisciplinary, everyday life and unending history. We could reflect on the way in which architecture tries to overcome this reflection of social stratification through Slavoj Žižek's interpretation of performance art spaces as exceptions. Artificial islands of meaning in our meaningless existence, utopian enclosures sticking out from the ordinary reality of our cities. As such, they unite the opposites. They are sacred and profane, like secular churches. The way the spectator relates is a mix of sacred awe and profound consumption. The effective message of the political unconscious of these buildings is democratic exclusivity. They create multifunctional, egalitarian open space, but the very access to this space is invisibly filtered and privately controlled. Here, a singular building is reflected upon, but we should concentrate on more than the singular building, instead on clusters of buildings in terms of social infrastructure. Like Žižek, should be questioned, should our human sensorium not be deranged? Is such deranging not only a way to awaken us from our daily ideological slumber? If we live in an alienated and commodified society, what should architecture do? Make us aware of the alienation? Focusing on socially constructed urban spaces, as Soja suggests, through the rethinking of traditional urban theory and language, from regional concepts to declining suburbanization, to changes in density gradients to infrastructure. What parts can civic infrastructure play? Post-political governance, amongst other reasons, detaches the architect from influencing infrastructure within urban environments. As Stan Allen said, infrastructure should be local as well as regional space where infrastructural urbanism understands architecture as material practice. It's a way of working at a large scale that escapes suspect notions of master planning and the heroic ego of the individual architect.